Morning, guys. It's another weekend working on another project. Been working on it for just a little while. My son's got a Mustang that he's been wanting to do a V8 swap on. We managed to find a donor car a little over a year ago. Anyway, he finally found some time, some motivation, as well as myself, and we decided we were going to go ahead and start in on that. So I'm bringing you guys in a little late on this project. With that being said, is we've already pulled the motor out of the donor GT, along with the transmission, the dash, the wiring harness, and as of the last couple of days, we've went ahead and got the motor ready and the transmission and pulled out of the V6 car. So we're basically doing a GT clone. Some of you may be wondering, why aren't you just using the GT? Well, it's a long story I don't really want to go into. And at this point it don't matter. It was wrecked. I didn't deem it salvageable. So we decided to go ahead and do this. It was a lot easier to deal with. But let me show you a little. Well, I tell you what. So this is a 2002 Ford Mustang GT. It was wrecked. We're using it as a donor vehicle. It's got all the necessary good parts left in it. We're going to put a GT clone together on a base model. I really don't know what I'm getting into, but we're going to try to get it done. I just got that, I don't know what it is, a 4.6. It's not even my car, it's my son's. It's 4.6 with 5-speed. I pulled the whole thing all at the same time, which I don't think it's going back in that way. The wiring is an absolute nightmare. I much rather work on older cars and trucks. But that's just my preference. Hopefully we can get this thing back in the other car after we get it stripped out. I'm sure we can. It fit in this one. It should fit in that one. Although I am a little curious. So some of the electronics was kind of goofed up with the ignition. If there's anybody out there who knows how to go about getting that fixed or reprogrammed, or it's more than just reprogramming a key. It looked like the car may have had some sort of security system on it. Oh man, I gotta look at that. Bunch of crap all over my face. That didn't help. But it's got some weird security system that was put in it. This thing was set up on like air ride suspension. It just, it's not what we wanted. More or less what he didn't want. And the car wasn't worth fixing, and there's a long story behind it. But if you guys happen to know a good way, or if there's somebody here in central Indiana that's willing to help a fella out when I get to that point, I would very much appreciate it. We've already pulled the dash, the entire dash as a unit out, and we'll do the same thing on the car that it's going to go in, and try to make the swap as clean as we can. But I do have some electrical mess that I have to figure out, and I am not an electrical guy. I not at all. No. So we'll just figure it out, I guess. But anyway, here's the car and the engine. Right now we got to take this engine and transmission and put it someplace out of the weather. We got to get it sealed up, and then if you follow me in here in the dungeon, if you will, got this big old pile of floor dry, which unfortunately is not reusable at this point, just because of the amount of transmission fluid that we lost pulling that unit as a whole. Alright, so here's the dash out of the GT. As you can see, we just pulled it out as a whole unit. It's quite a mess. I'm not sure what all this stuff is. I don't know much about electrical, but it looks like a real pain in the butt. Engine transmission out. Kind of see through the windshield there. We got the dash pulled loose on the V6 model as well. We are currently working on a 2001 Ford Mustang base model. Like I said, the other parts came out of a GT. So right now, step is we've got to get air put in the front tire of the tractor. See if we can get that thing started up. Get it over here and get this motor and transmission hooked up and try to get it someplace out of the weather so I don't ruin it before I get a chance to use it. Well, I don't think this old girl's going to pop off. She likes a little bit of a whiskey shop in order to get her going. I'll try it. I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to have to run to town anyway, get some floor dry. I guess I'll get some starter fluid and then probably get back at it. But if it just happens to start, we'll continue on. Let's see what happens. Had a block heater on this thing for several days. Maybe that'll help, but unlikely. Ain't happening. Guess we're going to town first. Well, like I said, the old girl, she don't want to fire up. So I'm going to run to town, grab some of that hot sauce, help that thing pop over, hopefully get going. And I guess I'll go get me some floor dry, which is, I just buy kitty litter. It seems cheaper. I can stomp it in, powder it up, and it does as good a job. And believe it or not, I get a lot of use out of it, or reuse out of it. I reuse that stuff quite a bit, and it works very, very well. So hang in there. I got to go in and grab a key. We're going to take the old Dodge to town. It hasn't moved in a little over a week since we had that cold snap, and we'll go get what we need so we can get some stuff done today. Get this car back in here, start getting preparations taken care of as far as getting the motor and transmission put back in this car. I'll take you guys along. All right, let's see if the old Dodge will fire up. Probably not going to like it. Wait to start. Wait to start. I bet it dies first time. Oh, she's running. I'll let her sit here and warm up. And we'll head to town. Alrighty. Here we go. Ooh, that is sloppy. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to try another gear. Alright, here we go. Ooh, she didn't like that.
practically there.
There's a flashlight starting to see what's going on. We got that. This one.
Alright, she's straight again.
Yeah.
That should have twisted it facing forward instead of sideways-ish.
No pressure. Sitting in there.
Cool.
We're in.
It was only way longer than it should have taken.
Hey, I'm impressed. I didn't think we was going to get it in one piece.
Well,
I really, really did not think that we was going to make it, especially with it on the ground.
If I had just decided to go ahead and
do this the 3 weeks that I was sick, we would have had this done already. That's the 4.6 installed. And just in case you were wondering, this was a big question every time we started looking into this. Can you put the 4.6 in a base model Mustang using the K-member that has, or originally had, a V6 in it? From the looks of it, and up to this point, I'm going to say yes. So this is a 2001 SN95 New Edge, and the donor vehicle was a 2002 GT, and we kept the V6K member down in there, and it sure looks like everything's going to fit. That is a critical component. There is not enough room for a traditional brake booster, so you need this power brake or power booster, whatever this thing's called here. And it looks like everything else is pretty much going to go back in place. Like I said, he already put the wiring in, routed it back inside the car. It's got this side somewhat buttoned up, run back in the car. Let me show you the inside. It's not the dash we wanted to keep, but it was the least amount of work. Not that there was anything wrong with it, it just doesn't color match. And he'll put his custom steering wheel and stuff back on there later. But yeah, a ton of work. A ton of work. If you're looking to do this, this is not for the faint of heart. We've got more stuff to do. After we get the engine all buttoned up, when we come back, we're going to swap out this door. And just in case anybody's wondering, he bought it this way. It's a little crunched up here. We're going to cut that section out, and we'll patch it. He's got big plans for body kits and paint, but that may be way on down the road. Talking about new wheels and tires, that'll probably be way on down the road. You guys understand, these blue collar, being blue collar, man, that money just doesn't come in as fast as you'd like. So you just do what you can when you can, and as we do stuff, I'll try to keep you guys updated on some of it. But for now, looks like it's going pretty good. So let me just say, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching the channel, and I'd really love to see you guys subscribe to it. Comment down below if you like what we're doing. I got several projects in the making. I got a few on the back burner that I really want to get to. Time and space is always a big factor, but I intend to get to them. So we've got an 82 GMC that I need to do some work on. Some floor panel patch pieces on it. Got a 68 Nova 2 that I started on a few years ago that I went through and I redone a big portion of it, minus a lot of the interior work because I don't have the stuff. But anyway, I'm going to end it right there just to kind of give you guys an update as to what's going on. Really appreciate you guys. I really, really do. And let me know if you want to see any more of this. I like reading the comments, and I love to see new subscribers join the channel all the time. This is only possible when you guys watch, and I very much appreciate it. So thanks for watching, guys.